Hello everyone. It's May 2021 and unfortunately we find ourselves squarely in the middle of the second wave of COVID, which has hit us like a tsunami. I'd like to start this video on a positive note saying that although cases are rising all around us, almost 85% of the people will not require hospitalization. So please don't panic and start thinking negative thoughts about bed availability, oxygen availability, remdesivir availability. You're not going to need it majority of the times, even if you test positive, because 85% of the people can be managed with home isolation and proper medical advice at home. My advice over the next few minutes is I'd like to share a sort of a guidebook for managing COVID at home. As soon as you get your symptoms, please, first thing you do is isolate yourself. Make sure you move into a room which is well ventilated, which has a door outside which you can keep a table for all your requirements from outside. It should have an attached bathroom and a toilet. Plus, carry with you inside clothes for 10 days, soap to wash them, a set of utensils which you can wash and keep inside, a refillable jug of water which you can keep on the table outside, and ask your family members to fill it every day with 2.5 to 3 liters of water. Other two requirements for home isolation are a good functional thermometer and a good functional pulse oximeter. And you must know the way of how to check your oxygen by putting it properly on your finger. Once you have this, you are all set for the next 14 days of solitude. Please move into this room with a positive frame of mind and start observing your symptoms. Please look at your temperature and your oxygen every 6th hourly. If you feel breathless, start looking at it every 4th hourly. If it drops below 95, definitely seek immediate medical advice. What are the symptoms for which you are supposed to isolate? It could be just a headache, fatigue, body ache, loss of smell or taste, loose motions, rhinitis, that means like a cold or a cough, maybe a dry cough, maybe a expectorant cough, could be something like a heaviness like sinusitis, fever. Any of these symptoms could be COVID, so please isolate yourself so that you don't infect your family members. In the second wave, we are seeing that entire families are getting infected, so we want to avoid this. If your symptoms persist, 4th to 5th day is the ideal time for you to get your RT-PCR test done. And if by chance you test positive, then you have to set a routine for yourself in consultation with your physician. Once an RT-PCR comes positive, you will be prescribed antivirals, antibiotics, medicines to reduce your fever and cough, and also a lot of supplements and immunity boosters. Please take all your medicines on time regularly. Make a chart so that you don't miss out on any medications, and maintain that chart properly and follow it on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, you are not allowed to have any kind of physical contact with anybody for the next 14 days. If you are going to open the door, you must wear a mask, sanitize your hands before you take your plate of food or water inside. Nothing from your room is supposed to leave outside for the next 14 days. So wash your own clothes, wash your own utensils and dry them in your room itself. You could order for disposable plates, utensils, spoons, and have those big black garbage bags in which you can put all this after you use them and throw out the garbage once a day. That can be thrown in regular garbage also, because COVID does not spread by through food or eating. So it's not very dangerous for you to throw it in the general garbage. Eat a proper nutritious diet which is very balanced. Drink a lot of juices, buttermilk, have salads, fruits, your regular diet, as well as you could increase a little bit of protein in your diet. So say boiled eggs, or if you are non-vegetarian, you can eat good quantity of chicken as well. There is absolutely no dietary restriction for COVID. Take steam twice a day, with or without some additive like Carvol or something. Even though you lose your smell and taste, don't stop eating. Diet is extremely important. You need your energy throughout this period of 14 days. Keep a very positive frame of mind. Don't have negative thoughts. Try to avoid negative news. Stop watching all COVID related news. Doesn't matter. Keep everything light. Maybe some nice programs on your YouTube, or you could listen to nice music. As soon as you're feeling quite okay, you must start breathing exercises along with your medications. So this could be either pranayam or it could be spirometry as advised by your pulmonologist. It goes a long way to prevent further deterioration of the lung lesions. So do breathing exercises. Keep yourself active. Don't just lie down in bed. Move every few hours in the room itself. And twice a day you must also do something called as a 6-minute walk test. So you will first check your oxygen on your pulse oximeter. Then you will walk inside the room at a steady pace for 6 minutes and then observe your oxygen again. If the oxygen level drops by more than 5%, then you need to seek medical advice. Regarding pulse oximetry and thermometer use, I want you to remember, please don't be obsessive about it. Set a timetable for it every 4th or 6th hourly and inform this to your family physician or the doctor who's taking care of you, and modulate your doses of anti-fever medicines according to your fever. In addition to taking your medicines, diet, exercising and breathing exercise and steam, one very important thing which you will have to do once you're settled is you'll have to think about who all did you meet before you tested positive and inform them that you have tested positive, so that you can also isolate them and test them. Your family members also will have to isolate for the next 5 days. They should not meet anybody from outside, and if they are symptomatic, definitely they should get tested at 5 on the 5th day. If they are asymptomatic, you can take a call based on your doctor's advice whether they should get tested or not, since the load for RT-PCR testing is very, very high nowadays. So you may not even get the reports for next 4-5 days. So we are advising that only symptomatic patients should get tested, but others should also isolate. If they get symptoms, they should definitely get tested. So like I was saying, it's your social responsibility that whoever you came in contact with, you must inform them, trace them, isolate them and test them if required. On the 5th day of your illness, you must get your baseline blood levels done, 3rd or 5th day, and if they are the blood reports of either CRP, LDH, ferritin or D-dimer are very high, then you must repeat them every 72 hours under guidance from your physician. If they are normal, you can do it only once after 5 more days, and make sure that they are not rising. Now COVID takes a turn on the 8th to 10th day of the illness, so be very vigilant at the start of 2nd week of symptoms, whether your cough is worsening, are you becoming breathless, is the 6-minute walk test coming positive. If it is any of those things, immediately you need to consult your physician, because then you could be going in for a cytokine storm and you need to do your markers once more to find out that the trend is downward and not upward. The markers should not be rising. Okay, if you are elderly, if you are comorbid, you also need to have baseline liver function and renal function tests done, so that your medication will be modulated in such a way that it doesn't affect your liver and your kidney. Another very important social responsibility which you will have to fulfill is you will get a lot of phone calls from ward level, corporation level, from district health office. Please answer them very sincerely and truthfully. You will also get automated phone calls from Bangalore, the COVID war room, asking about your symptoms, asking about your neighbors, asking about your family members. Please answer those as well truthfully. It is our duty that we take part in this surveillance, because we are in the middle of this pandemic. Vaccination does not give positive RT-PCR test. If you come positive despite taking the vaccines, it means that you are infected. Okay, so just be happy that you've received the vaccines. Your disease is going to be mild. Don't blame the vaccine. No vaccine on this earth can prevent infection. It can only reduce the severity of the disease. So this is an important point to remember, that if you test positive despite vaccination, it is not a failure of the vaccine. It is just that you will be better protected and you will get a milder disease. Post COVID, nowadays it is said that after 10 days of symptoms, from a day of start of symptoms, or if you are asymptomatic, 10 days after your positive RT-PCR test, you have become non-infective, so you can step out of your room. If you would like, you can get your room sanitized, your house fumigated. Lot of agencies are there which will help you out with this. Although WHO and CDC does not now pay much of attention to, or does not specify surface disinfection, but for your mental satisfaction and for everybody's at home mental satisfaction at home, you can get your houses sanitized as well. Post COVID, 14th day onwards, you can start working if you feel up to it. Don't start your entire routine all at once. Take it a little easy, because there will be a lot of fatigue and weakness for many days. If in the second week you have been advised steroids, don't stop them just because you feel better now. You have to taper the dose of steroids. Anticoagulants and ecosprin or atorvastatin, if it has been prescribed to you, that has to be continued for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Or in cases where the D-dimers are high, it has to be continued until the D-dimer comes in the normal range. So these two medications are long-term medications. Even after your 14 days are over, you will have to continue with these medications. Pay good attention to diet, exercise, breathing exercises. Start all your activities in a graded manner, and you should definitely be on the road to recovery 3rd week onwards. Another thing to remember is that COVID does lead to a lot of hair fall. So consult your dermatologist and take some supplements to avoid hair fall. Especially ladies may suffer from a lot of hair fall. What is the role of HRCT? Nowadays it is said that a CT scan has to be done on 7th day of from start of symptoms, because that is where you will actually pick up most of the things. So if your CORAD score is 5, then definitely you have COVID pneumonia, and then look for the severity index. If it is less than 9, it's a very mild disease. 9 to 15, it is said to be moderate disease. Could be or could not be managed at home. But if it is more than 15, there is no, you should not, insist still on home isolation. Maybe your doctor will suggest that you need to get admitted. Definitely follow their advice and go to a COVID hospital if your score is more than 15. If you become breathless even before 7th day, your physician may advise CT scan little earlier also. So please follow your doctor's advice regarding the CT scan. Be very alert about your symptoms. Don't be lax. Don't neglect any new symptom. Inform your physician properly. Keep watch out for new symptoms coming or old symptoms worsening. That could mean that it is taking a turn for the worse. Having said all of this, I would still again once more tell you that not to panic. We are all in this together, and we shall surely overcome this pandemic sooner rather than later. This is Dr. Asavari Sant, and I'm talking on behalf of Health Pals Arogya Mitra. We all wish that none of you should become positive, but even if you do, please follow this advice and you should be perfectly fine. Thank you.